is antithetical to is a vile, putrid, disgusting disease that is antithetical to the belief of any reputable faith at all. Joel Levin is somebody I've talked about many, many times. The clip I'm getting ready to play may be the most vile that I've ever shared of Joel Levin and his dipshit little sidekick, in which he says, one, he does like a racist imitation of a black person, saying that I'm a king, just gross. But he's telling black people who are upset about the condition of our country and their continued treatment after, 250 years and hundreds of years prior to that, when it wasn't the United States technically, but it was just a European colony, that you should be thankful that you're here. You should be happy that you're here. You should be offering thanks that you're here. He says, if slavery never happened, you should be thankful, because if it never happened, you'd be in a grass hut right now. He says that the greatest moment in the history of any brown or black country is the moment that white man's ships landed on your shores. This is a man of God, a self-proclaimed pastor, a preacher, a teacher, a communicator of the philosophies of Jesus the Christ, telling black people to shut up and be thankful for what you have. Watch this.
Funky ass.
I hope in horror, and then we'll talk about the nonsense, racist, white supremacy of these ideas on the other side.
Why do white evangelicals struggle with the idea of race? Why do they struggle with the Europeans that colonized and brought Christianity to the world?
Yes, and why are you constantly apologizing for that and struggling with white guilt?
Like, race is a real thing. It's not just a social construct. It's in DNA.
Right, because even the conservative guys, when they push back against, BLM and we was kings, and all this kind of like black people are great and the only things that's ever been bad about them is because they're victims and have been oppressed and blah, 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 blah. And so when BLM and wokeness and all that stuff was going on, there were conservatives who pushed back. They were a little cowardly and a little late, but eventually they pushed back. But even the ones who pushed back, they pushed back to say, black people aren't that great, but neither are white people. And you're doing identity politics, by, saying that, I'm black and these are my people, but no one should be doing it. Like the way that it was pushed back against, instead of saying, because what should have been said, and I'll probably get clipped for this, but what should have been said is, hey, cut it out. You need to grow up, stop throwing a fit. You're throwing a tantrum, stop being a little boy. You're whining and crying about something that's ultimately your fault.
Yeah.
Stop blaming it on other people. It's your fault. Because here's the deal, is that with slavery, the richest black people on God's green earth are African Americans. If slavery never happened, then you would be in a grass hut. Yeah. Right? Well, we need reparations. Your reparations are that you get to live in America. You're welcome. You're welcome.
You get to have the Christian religion.
That's
live better than your ancestors.
The greatest moment in history for any brown or black country is the moment that the white man's ships arrive on your shore.
If slavery never happened, then you'd be in a grass hut. Your reparations are that you get to live in America. You're welcome. You're welcome. The greatest moment in history for any black or brown person, says Joel Levin, is the moment that white man's ships arrived on your shore. Let me tell you about what black people suffered through after those white men's ships arrived on their shores. They got hundreds of years of enslavement, oppression, abuse, torture, murder, rape. Not only did black former slaves get nothing after emancipation, President Andrew Johnson, a white Southerner, he made certain that white enslavers were made whole. Reparations, but not for former slaves, reparations for rich white slave owners. After the Civil War, Blacks were kept poor, systematically poor.
Look here, white.
And with almost zero ability to grow wealth. Thousands of black prisoners were leased by southern states to former white enslavers in what were called convict leases, where blacks, again, worked for free while white men made themselves rich again from their labor and upon their broken backs. There were also sharecropping, which grossly exploited black work ethic while allowing the former enslavers to maintain their power and to continue to grow their wealth, their white wealth. Again, ultimately passing that on to future generations of their white descendants. Of course, during this time, there were also Jim Crow laws in place all over the South, which made it illegal for black Americans to occupy the same spaces as whites. Hospitals and bathrooms, private buildings, elevators, phone booths, restaurants, water fountains. Everything that was white, which was everything, was off limits for black Americans. Black Americans. Jim Crow laws also intended to force black people into indentured servitude, to limit their voice in the political system by stripping away their constitutional rights to vote, and to control where they live. It was the American legal system explicitly designed for oppressing them. And listen, much like today after the Civil War, when dudes got out of the military, like the guys I served with, they gravitated to jobs within the legal systems. Many former Confederate soldiers took jobs as police and even judges to make certain that there was no justice at any level for black citizens. And thousands upon thousands upon thousands of black Americans who found themselves in the crosshairs of those enforcing these Jim Crow laws were met with violence and death through lynching. Again, much like today. And the few black communities that were able to band together and prosper, accumulating some modicum of wealth, were violently targeted by white men and destroyed. An example of this would be what took place in the early 20s in Tulsa, Oklahoma's Greenwood District, better known as Black Wall Street. It wasn't just Jim Crow, though. Blacks returning from valiant combat service in World War II were once again betrayed by the United States when they didn't get full access to their GI Bill benefits. Whites got them, just like I did when I got into the Marine Corps. Whites benefited. Whites were fully able to take part in wealth-building programs offered through the New Deal, but not their black fellow veterans. And when someone was able to scrape together enough to buy a home, they were precluded from doing so because of calculated, discriminatory housing practices called redlining. You know this though, Joel, right? So tell me, Joel Webben, your goofy little sidekick maybe, or anybody else for that matter, black people should be thankful? Thankful? America wasn't a different nation back then. In so many ways, we are the same country, making the same mistakes, abusing the same peoples, reinforcing those same old traumas. Tell me what you think. I'd love to hear from you. You can comment below this video wherever you're watching it. You can also call the voicemail line, 714-576-4054. And of course, as always, you can email me daily at dollamore.com. If you want to help disease that is
That was so well said by a white man. That was so well said by a white man, I didn't even have to interpretate my goddamn tongue on their ass. I didn't really have to say a damn thing. I mean, it's a lot I can rebuttal and pick their ass up and then scoop they. Man, I'll take your ass and roll you so far up under the goddamn earth until you won't even know if you need water. God damn it, if you need air. God damn it, if you need fire. God damn it, if you just need to look at Lilith in her eyes and say, you sexy black ass, I apologize for the ways I treated you and the things I've done and said to you. But you know what I would rather do? I know, Lilith, you don't want to see me lay down on my back. You would rather see me picking cotton and fern, won't you? They done bumped their goddamn heads, didn't they? I say they bumped their goddamn heads to the tune of, these videos ain't even old. These goddamn videos are modern day. They modern day. They so goddamn modern day until y'all won't believe this. God damn it, Lilith rose on their ass. Lilith said, get up, Lilith. Lilith said, get up. I said, why you telling me to get up, Charlie? I thought everybody was listening to you. When I tell you, they got some hell of a stuff going on in the street. Y'all wouldn't believe that was a pastor. Well said, white man. Well said, goddammit, white man. Well said. Well said, white man. Hey, white man. Goddammit, well said. Well said, white man. God damn, she racist. Shut your ass up. God damn it, who you think Lilith used to be creeping with? Y'all forgot who the white man wanted. Y'all don't like to hear the goddamn truth. God damn it. Y'all better go ahead and talk, you froggers. Tell it, god damn it. You idolatries, you Christians, you Bible sitters, you verse readers, you backstabbers, you Bigfoot small asses. Y'all so goddamn big, y'all forgot hell get longer and longer and longer and longer. But when my God flipped this goddamn earth over, what side of the long leg did you want? The queen? I'm only 6'2". You said something about who again? I don't know who this man is. I don't know who Trump's pastor is. But you ain't met me yet, did you, suit wearer? Because he looked like he had on a 15-piece. I say, goddamn, where he had that made, where was his clothes made from? I don't know where his goddamn clothes was made from, but I could tell you this. If I walk in the room just like this, you want me to keep going? That's why I always stop right there for you. If I walk in the room, I guarantee you, this whole $3.50 jumper I got on with this damn $2 tutu on y'all ass and my goddamn dollar store earring, man, I guarantee you I'm going to get more pictures taken of me than his filthy goddamn Christian throwing Trump loving sucking sasha ass pitiful despicable goddamn bald-headed round the edges. Look like you need to get some more hems done to your pants. And goddamn, it look like you and the Nigerians wearing the same kind of penny loafers. If you don't get your ass, you and Trump have a seat and shut the F up. Because Lilith just gave the mic back to Charlie. If you don't sit your fake ass Christian ass down, I'm gonna have to pull my grandma up out the seat on your ass. And you don't want her to come on your ass because she built a mega Royal Baptist church. God damn it. And when you come for her, guess what she do? She got to get up in your ass when you're sleeping at night. She gonna scratch your goddamn back like this, goddamn it. You gonna think you got dandruff. You better get back, pastor. The joke on y'all is the fact that you hate God. You hate God because you're going to have to look at me. I'm going to be the last one you remember, you foreigner. You speak too goddamn relish for me. I don't understand what you're saying because, goddamn it, when you came on my goddamn promised land, a native, what you did was you messed around and you flipped your whole goddamn toupee, goddamn it, on the other side of Trump's. You better sit. Sit your DeSantis ass down. If I put the right pastors on your ass, Trump pastor, you ain't gonna be able to get here. You ain't gonna be able to get through the Christian streets. You ain't gonna be able to get in the Christian street. You ain't gonna get there. Boom, boom. I'll put them. God damn it, you will feel like you in Facebook. Back up. Back up. Back up. Back up. Now you picking on my fern creator. My grandma built Christianity, God damn it. And she the only one got me through the woods. And if y'all start playing with Christianity, God damn it, so help me my whole God, I am going to squash y'all. Y'all could pick and you could laugh. But just to show everybody gonna know I was there. Everybody. Because you already know me. That's why you're looking at me. Don't mess with Christianity. Some people was forced into Christianity to save themselves. Not because of you. There is always two sides to a story. And if you don't shut the F up when I tell you, Charlie speaking, God damn it. If it wasn't for that Christian great grandma of mine, I wouldn't be in the goddamn woods, but standing up on your ass. Y'all better back up. Trump, if you don't want me, back up off of my grandmama. She had no choice but to go along with who was already Christian from her heart. The last say-so before I leave here will be the native. Now, whoever you're dealing with, Trump as a pastor, he can put black in it if he want, but when I get there, I am going to rip his ass so goddamn far until he going to feel shoes. He going to feel a bruise. Now, just in case y'all think I'm joking, clip this video and see how foolish I'm going to look. There are true Christians out there, whether they had a choice to be a Christian or not. Because the true fact of the matter is, the Indians were here first. They did not know anything about Christianity. That's why you have to take the story back. And because they didn't know anything about Christianity, they still had war. They were still fighting amongst each other for things. But they still couldn't defeat the Europeans, Christopher Columbus, and clickety-clack-ass few. Y'all took everything. You forced them down the road that they had to go down. That's why we don't know what the true English or language is. Because in our native community, it might not have been called language. And you're not going to come and take over by using Christianity as a weapon. And then that includes all Christians. Because if a true Christian is a true Christian know how to stand up for what's right and stand up for what's wrong. And that true Christian may not have a choice. Just like the Europeans came in, invaded, they also had other tribes that were already invading them. So everybody made a decision. But that's not the start of true Christianity. There are enough native channels out here that you need to start watching. Native channels out here. Go back. And if you are a true Christian and you honestly know the truth, go back to the Bibles that your great-great-grandparents had. You can go great, great, great. You just keep going up. And that's from the 45-year-old group and up. Anybody else, they have to catch up. Keep going. Do not let Christianity divide races. Don't do it. If you're a true Christian, don't let them divide Christians. Because true Christians understood what it took to get to God. And it wasn't guns. It wasn't money. It was absolutely nothing. And they're not looking at it like that. That's why power, money, greed, fame. But it's going nowhere right now. Because no matter how much money you have, it's nothing you can buy that's going to make sense. Do not get divided as a Christian community. Because this is a subject right now with the younger generation. Look at the generation that's actually really following this young man. They're a college generation. Why would we be wasting our time with the college generation when we're stronger because they don't know how to put nobody in a figure four? Don't get caught. Don't get caught. At this time, they're trying to divide Christians. And as my grandmother Miller, my fern grower, my fern creator, as my other grandmother, who was the son giver upper, they had choices that they had to make. But in the end, they still came together. If they didn't come together when they did, my daddy would have been any direction. But they came together, good or bad, because they know they had another seed. They had another generation coming. And when that other generation came, it was going to be someone strong enough to understand what actually happened. People made decisions, good or bad. That's why it's okay. If you have to tell a lie, if you have to tell a story because it's going to help your tribe, tell it. That's you and your God. That's you and your God. And my God consists of parents. You can't guard one half of the heart and not the other half. And it was understanding, and they understood making decisions, but making one of the best decisions was me. Because I understand the story, and I'm going to get it told. Don't divide as a Christian. These are things that, guess what? As a college student, arguing with Charlie, how would he win the conversation? And it's more of me than it is him. They don't understand what a figure four is. And in the native tribe, they will make it very clear that when it was time to get order in the court, it came from a woman. And that's why it's always God, me. Me. God, me. That's Miller, Idrika. That's God, M. That's Idrika, Miller. Or G-A-U-W-D. God, me. and guard me. Because I need you to catch me from the top and the bottom, goddammit. That's when I had to go to hell. And then I made my way back to the top. And I then started looking down on hell. So I'm still on top. Because they don't see me coming, but I see all of them. God damn it, Oprah. Why I'm after you and Michelle. Thank you, Tasha K, for being after P. Diddy. God them and God me. Whoever you are, Mr. Trump pastor, before you get to me, I'ma sick them hound dogs on your ass. Don't make them come out the man cave. Don't make them come out. I bet not hear one more comment from Mr. Pastor. A rugged, stink, funky ass, sellout asses. Trumpist. And let them know. Shut the F up. Charlie speaking. My God, to be. How's everybody doing? What's going on? Did I get any likes? Did I get any goddamn dislikes? Did Charlie drive through? Did y'all hear from Lilith? I mean, anything went on that I need to know? Anything went on? Because I feel like I'm kind of, and I feel like I'm kind of like looking at what's going on here. I leave for 1 second. Who the hell y'all was talking to? Because I feel like I got to like I'm hot as hell. Did y'all hear that video that I showed, that I had y'all listening to just now? I had y'all listening to the video from some pastor, Trump's pastor. Like, who the hell? I'm like, did this man just literally come and try us like this? Did this man obviously came for the wrong tiptoes? I said, did he not understand who grew the goddamn woods? God damn, that's what I got to remind me. Scallywaggy asses, you little scallywaggies. Y'all the scaggliest, waggliest asses I've ever maggliest. And I can't wait till that fern grow. I told y'all that creator of fern, because guess what? Did y'all not understand who created the woods? Let's go back to black farmers, please. Y'all didn't realize that we created the woods. Y'all don't know who's running the white farms right now, do you? Just keep watching. Just keep watching. You know what, y'all gonna come back and say, damn. When I looked at her videos, man, that lady's scary. Because guess what? She said the same goddamn thing, but she snuck that in. She snuck it in when she noticed that them people start dropping off. She snuck it right in on their ass, because them ones that was listening, they were supposed to hear just what I said. Thank you, ones that back me. That's what it's supposed to be. Thank you, backers. Because when I get on top of their ass, because remember, I'm looking up their ass right now. They don't see what's coming up their ass. You know why? Because I built their ass too. Remember? Remember who was delivering Becky Ann's babies? God damn it. The midwives and stuff like that. God damn it. I was the trustworthy ones that was coming through the woods, but they forgot. Don't tell nobody. Who you think built the woods? So if I built the woods, you don't think I planted ferns somewhere along the line? Y'all don't think no fern got planted nowhere along the line? I told you I built the fern. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about with the fern, but I can tell you this. When you look back at this video, you're going to say, man, that lady is weird. She said the same goddamn thing. Look at that. If I planted the fern, I created the goddamn fern, because they didn't know how to fern nothing. Remember, I had to raise their babies. Ideology. What ideology? Oh, my bad. You mean idolatry. They don't know how to control God. What they needed to control God for? They was guarding me. They was guarding me all around the place. So what did they know? What the God that they was guarding, I was already God on top of them. But they didn't know it. I just did everything they told me that I needed to do. And yes, I did. And along the way, I dropped breadcrumbs for my babies. And you know what else I did? I just created me something called Fern. Y'all better give it up. 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 You better give it up. Boom, boom. You better give it up. You better give it up. Doom, doom. You better give it up. Doom, doom. You better give it up. You better give it up. Boom, boom. You better give it up. Boom, boom. You better give it up. Boom, boom. You better give it up. You better give it up. Boom, boom. You better give it up. You better give it up. Hey, you better give it up. 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 Better give it up. You better give it up. Better give it up. You 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 better give it up. Boom. You better give it up. You better give it up. Boom ta ta. You better give it up. Boom ta ta. You better give it up. Boom ta ta. You better give it up. You better give it up. Yes, sir. You better give it up. 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 Yes, you better give it up. You better give it up.